Most drivers think 0W-20 is the safest oil you can run because it's what the owner's manual recommends. But what if thousands of drivers, mechanics, fleet managers, and oil analysis reports are telling a completely different story? Some owners switch to 5W-30 and immediately notice quieter engines, lower oil consumption, reduced wear numbers, and in some cases fewer engine problems. So is 0W-20 really the best choice, or is there more to the story? Today we're digging into real-world tests, mechanic experiences, and lab reports to find out what actually happens when drivers make the switch. Let's start with something drivers notice almost immediately: engine noise. One Toyota owner began hearing more valve train noise during cold starts and extra engine noise when climbing hills with passengers. Nothing serious, but enough to make him question whether 0W-20 was the ideal choice for his driving conditions. After switching to 5W-30, the first thing he noticed was a smoother, quieter engine. Now, a quieter engine doesn't automatically mean less wear. But oil doesn't just lubricate, it also cushions moving parts. A slightly thicker oil film can reduce mechanical noise, especially in engines with some mileage. Then something even more interesting happened. Before the switch, he occasionally noticed a burning oil smell after long uphill drives. After moving to 5W-30, the smell disappeared. That doesn't prove thicker oil fixed anything, but it suggests the oil may have been handling heat better under heavy load. And that's where this discussion starts getting really interesting. Because the next evidence doesn't come from individual owners. It comes from fleet operators. Fleet vehicles live hard lives. They idle for hours, carry heavy loads, and rack up miles non-stop. If something doesn't work, fleet managers know quickly because repairs cost money. One fleet operator managing hundreds of trucks noticed that several GM V8 vehicles running 0W-20 developed engine issues, including lifter failures. After switching the fleet to 5W-30, he reported significantly fewer problems moving forward. Now let's be fair. Lifter failures aren't caused by oil viscosity alone. Manufacturing defects, maintenance practices, and engine design all play major roles. But when someone overseeing hundreds of vehicles starts seeing a pattern, people pay attention. And that's where we move beyond opinions and into actual data. One truck owner spent more than a year tracking oil analysis reports. Instead of relying on feel or sound, he monitored wear metals over thousands of miles. When he switched from several 0W-20 oils to a quality 5W-30, his iron wear numbers dropped noticeably. That's important because wear metals are one of the closest things we have to seeing what's happening inside an engine without taking it apart. Lower wear numbers don't tell the whole story, but they can reveal trends drivers would never notice from behind the wheel. But here's where the story takes a surprising turn. Not every engine benefited from thicker oil, and this is the part most online debates ignore. A Toyota owner running a high-mileage V6 compared long-term oil analysis results using both 0W-20 and 5W-30. After tens of thousands of miles, both oils delivered excellent protection, where numbers remained extremely low regardless of viscosity. In other words, the factory oil wasn't failing and the thicker oil wasn't performing miracles. Both were doing their job exceptionally well. That's a huge lesson because it destroys the idea that one oil viscosity is perfect for every engine. Different engines respond differently. Different climates matter. Different driving habits matter. That's exactly why some drivers swear by thicker oil while others see absolutely no benefit. Then comes the trade-off manufacturers care about most: fuel economy. Several drivers who switched to thicker oil reported little or no MPG loss. Others saw noticeable reductions, especially in larger trucks and SUVs. One truck owner lost enough fuel economy that he eventually switched back to the factory recommendation. For him, the trade-off simply wasn't worth it. And honestly, that's a perfectly reasonable conclusion. Because the best oil isn't the one that wins arguments online. It's the one that matches how your vehicle is actually used. Now let's talk about turbocharged engines, where this discussion gets even more complicated. Turbo engines generate tremendous heat. Under boost, oil temperatures can rise quickly, which is why many enthusiasts prefer moving to slightly thicker oils in hot climates or under aggressive driving conditions. Some tuners argue that 5W-30 or even 5W-40 provides a larger protection margin when engines are repeatedly exposed to high loads and elevated temperatures. Again, that doesn't mean everyone should abandon 0W-20. It simply means operating conditions matter. A commuter car driven gently in moderate weather has completely different needs than a turbocharged performance car that's pushed hard every day. And after reviewing all the evidence, one pattern became impossible to ignore. The strongest arguments for thicker oil consistently appeared under severe conditions: heavy towing, high temperatures, turbocharged applications, commercial fleet use, and higher mileage engines. That's where owners most often reported reduced noise, improved confidence, lower wear trends, or fewer long-term issues. Meanwhile, vehicles used primarily for normal commuting often showed outstanding wear protection using factory-recommended 0W-20. So what's the real answer? The truth is much less dramatic than the internet wants it to be. 0W-20 isn't automatically destroying engines, and 5W-30 isn't a magic solution for every vehicle. Both can be excellent choices depending on the engine and how it's used. The biggest mistake drivers make is assuming every vehicle operates under the same conditions. They don't. If you regularly tow, drive in extreme heat, push a turbocharged engine hard, or own a higher mileage vehicle, a slightly thicker oil may provide an additional protection margin. But if your engine already runs smoothly, shows excellent wear numbers, and spends most of its life commuting, the factory recommendation may be doing exactly what it was designed to do. And that's the conclusion most people miss. The real debate isn't 0W-20 versus 5W-30. It's understanding what your specific engine actually needs. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever switched from 0W-20 to 5W-30? Did you notice a difference in engine noise, oil consumption, fuel economy, or performance? Let us know in the comments because your experience might help another driver avoid an expensive mistake.